This game is named as one of the best games in chess history, and it was played between Garry Kasparov with white pieces, who was rated 28-12 at the time, and one of the strongest grandmasters, Veselin Topalov, who even played World Championship match. So Garry plays with white pieces and starts with d4, d6, d4, knight f6, knight c3, and we have peers on the board. Bishop e3, bishop g7, queen d2, c6, f3, b5. So this is the system I actually played with white pieces against peers, though again, sometimes it doesn't work as well, but this game is absolutely mind-blowing. So knight g2, knight bd7, bishop h6, trying to trade the bishops of the board with f takes. Garry's plan is basically to go for h4, h5 ideas. Let's say I'll show you just a quick, thing here. Let's say this a5, h5, and let's see if knight h5 there is skittish. And the problem here is that the only move is bishop h6, because if g takes h5 there is queen g5, and basically white are checkmate in the next move. So bishop h6 was played, bishop h6, queen h6. So Veselin is not going for those complications, he's not castling, he preferred to keep, the king in the center. Bishop b7, a3, e5, castle. And now look, so Veselin needs to figure out where this king is gonna go, because there is queen on h6 which blocks f8 square, so king is not able to castle this side. So the only possible option is to go for long castle, which is a slight inaccuracy. Knight d3 takes rook d4, and basically at some point what Garry is planning to do is to put his knight on a5, maybe develop his bishop, go rook d1, and try to press d6 pawn. Because let's say if this moves, squares on c5 and all that, c5, rook d1, knight b6, g3, and now bishop h3 is another idea. Knight a5, bishop a8, bishop h3, d5. And according to computer, the position is completely equal. And queen f4 is played. King a7, rook h1, and here d4. And again, now Veselin is kinda taking the initiative to his hands, even though it's not that precise that, let's say, black are better or white are better. So Garry plays knight d5. Knight d5 takes, attacking the queen here, queen d6, rook d4. So kinda first insane move here, which is absolutely insane. And after rook d4, of course Veselin took, but let's say queen f4 would have happened. There's a simple rook f4, knight d5, and they would have gone to the equal endgame where Garry has more chances to, maybe create some advantage, because the rook is on the 7th rank. This bishop is not really attacking anything. This rook is ready to go to e6 to slide there. The skin is kinda, shaky here, because now rook e6 is a very serious idea. So that didn't happen. C takes d4 was played, and now again, according to computer, at this given point, black are +1, and basically means that black have better position. But after next move, rook e7, computer starts reevaluating all this, and basically again, if queen e7 is played, there is queen d4, king b8, queen b6, bishop b7, or queen b7, doesn't really matter. There is knight c6, checkmate, and bishop b7, knight c6, king a8, queen a7, checkmate. So Veselin calculated all that, and he plays king b6. Garry plays queen d4. Now king a5. Veselin is taking all the material here. Right now he is up whole rook and knight. b4, king a4, and look, this king is on a4. but it's completely safe there. So what's being played is Queen C3. So the idea is to basically play Queen B3, which is a checkmate. Queen D5, and now Rook A7. Again, another checkmate idea. Now on A6, Bishop B7, Rook B7. And the idea is basically, so let's consider other moves, alright? Basically Rook A6 is such a, nasty trap that, let's say Rook D6 is played, protecting this pawn, but the problem is after King B2, there is no way to protect from this. Only move is Queen D4, it looks like pinned, but after this, Rook D4, Rook A6 is a checkmate. So that didn't happen. And what other opportunities we have? The only defended move is Bishop B7, which was played. Now, Rook B7. We take, okay, Rook C8 is not a move, Rook A6. Basically, if Queen C6, Queen B3, that's why Bishop B7, Rook B7, Queen C4. And now Queen F6. And again, Queen A6 checkmate is an idea. And King A3 is played. So Veselin thought his king will be safe. Queen A6 comes. King B4. Okay, he's taking everything. That just blows my mind. Look, he accepted at this point. He accepted this. I would be too scared to go for C takes D4, Rook E7. I think I wouldn't even see that Rook E7. But it's the only move which makes sense. So C takes D4, Queen D4. It's actually mind-blowing how this king went all the way from A7 to A3 later. And now Queen A6, King B4, C3. Another brilliant move, King C3, bam! King G2, bam! King G1, and now absolutely insane Bishop F1 move. Basically, the idea is if Queen F1 is played, there is Queen C2, there's a Rook E7, Queen E2, checkmate. So Rook D2 is played, counter-attacking this, and if Bishop C4, Rook B2, King B2 takes, Rook F7, it's a drawn Rook endgame. But here, how can we actually make sure we don't let this Rook take on B2 and still attack this? Because look, here actually we have like only one move which helps us, which is Rook D7, which was played on the board. And now the problem is Queen F1 again, Queen D2 checkmate. And if this, what happened in the game, Bishop C4 takes and Queen H8. And the problem is now for black pieces is that even though there is pass pawn, but Queen versus Rook, of course, Queen is in favor, Rook D3, Queen A8, C3, Queen A4, King A1, F4, F5, and Garry step by step converted this position, and here Veselin resigned. Let me know in the comments what do you think of this game. I mean, this is probably one of the best games I've seen in chess, because I remember seeing this for the first time. I was amazed. I saw it like a lot of years ago, and kind of wanted to show you as well. If you haven't seen it, and if you have seen, let me know what do you think, and I'll see you in the next Learn from Legends episode. See you. Bye bye.